Welcome back to our special here at Food City as we get you ready for Christmas and all of the holidays coming up. Got Chef Tony with us today. And Tony, we are talking about an amazing amount of food. We're going to kind of start on this end and kind of work our way down as the show goes on. But we want to start with these wonderful ham dinners that are completely prepared right here at Food City.
They are, and it's really a great opportunity for you and your family to be able to just take it home and either get it hot and just eat it, or take it home and just warm it up for yourselves. Everything you see there comes ready to heat and eat, or hot and ready to serve. So it's really a simple option for you around this time. It gives you the opportunity to spend a little more time with your families.
Right. You get to pick out the size of the ham that you're going to need for your family, and you get to pick out the sides and everything too.
So a traditional meal comes with the cornbread dressing, the mashed potatoes, the green beans, and the gravy. And then we always have options to add the mac and cheese, cranberry salad, things like that.
Well, you got to.
There's a whole bunch of sides we can add to that. There's scalloped potatoes, there's sweet potato casserole, plenty of things you can add onto it. And then the nice thing with those dinners is it's not just ham this time of year. You can do turkey as well.
Okay, very good.
Lots of people are turkeyed out. So
they're turkeyed out. But the hams, y'all have fantastic hams here. We're going to be talking about the meat department here in a bit, but that's a great place to start.
It really is. And you know, there's multiple flavors downstairs. We have our smoked hams, there's honey glazed hams, there's brown sugar glazed hams. So it really just depends on what flavor you're looking for.
Right. And so you got that. You got to make your selections on these, and y'all put a lot of love. I want to tell you something. Y'all's mashed potatoes. You know, it sounds like a simple thing, mashed potatoes, but y'all do a great job on mashed potatoes.
You can make them really good, or you can not make them really good.
But y'all make them really good.
We try.
Yes.
But it's one of those things that you can, mess up if you don't have the time right, or if you don't have, paying attention to what you're doing with your potatoes.
And we want to remind everyone, we've been doing a giveaway, and today is the giveaway. We're going to be giving away 12 of these dinners at the end of the show today. If you're registered, you need to stick around to the end of the show today. We're going to announce those winners coming up just a little bit later.
So one of my favorite things with that ham real quick is, those hams are fully cooked.
Oh, yeah.
So you can literally just eat them right out of the package. You take them home and just lay them on the tray.
You can take it right there and make a sandwich if you want to.
A lot of those hams actually say on the package, best served at room temperature, so they really encourage you to kind of just eat them. You, by all means, heat them up and go with that. But, either way, it works out really, really well.
And you're going to have plenty of leftovers if you don't have a great big family.
You should have plenty of leftovers.
Plenty of leftovers. And, of course, you got to have something sweet to end the meal.
So we have plenty of cakes downstairs, and one of the things we started doing recently is our half cake program.
Okay.
That gives you the opportunity to get a half of a cake, or 2 half of a cakes, or 3 half of a cakes, For some of us people that really like cake and don't really want to buy whole ones. Because I'd much rather buy the variety than buy, 1 or 2 big whole cakes.
And you don't have them up here, but you have the half pies as well.
We do. We have half pies. We even have quarter pies this year.
Oh, wow.
So if you just really want that one slice of pie that no one else wants to eat, you can get what you want and still be okay.
And you've got some great shortcuts. Y'all are known for the shortcuts, and we talk about that all the time. This is a great one right here.
It's really just the opportunity to do something different and do something simple. Some of the things I enjoy doing is I still like to do sides, so I'm not opposed to getting a fully cooked ham and then making a few sides on my own just to have some different things. And some shortcuts, something like the grilling cheeses that we've talked about. That grilling cheese is fun. You cut it into sticks and you drop it in a cast iron skillet or a non-stick skillet. It will get crispy golden brown on the outside and it gets melty in the center. It's really like eating a grilled cheese without the carbs. It's just fantastic.
And I can vouch for those because I had one last week. My wife bought one of those and tried it in a skillet at the house. It turned out fantastic.
It's silly how it just
it
doesn't melt, but it works really well.
Yes.
Something else I really enjoy doing is I love to do prosciutto wrapped asparagus. So we have these packs downstairs hanging in the deli, and they're prepared. It's provolone and prosciutto all in one pack. And all I did was lay the prosciutto and the provolone out, and then you take your asparagus. Jacob was talking about our shortcuts in the produce department. It already comes washed, cut, and cleaned.
Nice.
And you just lay it out and roll it. Lay them on your baking tray.
Okay.
Doesn't take real long to do. You don't have to do anything to it. You don't have to season it. You don't have to any type of other cooking. They go in the oven when they're ready. They'll take about 20 or 25 minutes in the oven. Once they go in the oven,
we've got the finished product.
They'll bake up. The prosciutto gets pretty crisp
Look
for
at
that. And then they're really just simple little personal side items that you can kind of just pick up and grab or serve one. And it really just gives you a different flavor. The provolone that's in that pack is very peppery. It's got a good spice to it. So you don't need a whole lot of additional flavors for it. The prosciutto naturally is really salty and you get a good crispness to it. And it just gives you a different flavor when you're trying to work with it.
And when you wrap the prosciutto around there, you really don't have to put any oil or anything on there if you don't want to.
No, because the oil from the cheese and the prosciutto is going to soften that asparagus and it's really going to flavor it.
Man, that would be a great side dish. It would be a great appetizer, whatever you'd like to make out of that.
And the nice thing is you can do that the day ahead of time, keep it in the fridge, throw it in the oven.
Smell the aroma of those. Those smell amazing.
They're pretty good.
And of course, you always got to have a cheese ball at Christmas time.
It's the perfect time of year for that. we specialize in in-store made and in-store rolled cheese balls, Hawaiian, cheesy beef, ranch. There's actually 2 dessert flavors. There's a cranberry and there's a peanut butter chocolate chip.
Oh man!
So we do have a variety of those, but it really makes appetizers a lot easier. And you know, charcuterie is the word of the world right now.
It is, yes.
And that's just a nice addition to have something that's just kind of a simple option to have on your tables.
And you know, we were talking to Lisa earlier. The people that work at your local Food City, if you come in and say, "I've got an idea for a charcuterie board, could you help me out?" Somebody will help them out and help get everything together for it.
They do, and part of our training program is we really pride ourselves on having cheese specialists.
Yes.
In all of our stores, and it's not all of our stores, but a lot of our stores have a cheese specialist who's been certified, and they actually understand a little bit more about that cheese case, and they've actually tasted most of the products in that case to help kind of steer you with what you're looking for. In most of our stores, we have anywhere from 170 to 270 types of cheese.
Right.
So there's a lot of variety in those cases, and it's really hard to navigate sometimes. And finding that cheese specialist gives you a little bit of a friend to kind of lean on a little bit.
Absolutely. Tony, we're going to come back here in a little while. You're going to show us some great cuts of meat over here and how to prepare them for our Christmas dinner.
Absolutely.
All right. Chef Tony Mammarella, folks. He is just one of the experts. Come by your local Food City. They would love to help you out with your Christmas dinner. We'll be back with more Daytime coming up right after the break.